Hey, what's up you guys, people of the internet, everyone who clicked on this very video. My name is Anna, and today I'm bringing to you my July book haul. I said to you in my birthday haul that I was surely to accumulate quite a lot of books in the month of July because it was the holidays and I'm going on holiday in like a week. This may be posted when I'm on holiday, I don't know yet. I accumulated quite a lot of books. I don't usually do that. I don't have a job. I don't have that much money to spend on books. But this month I went a little bit crazy. First of all, I'm quickly going to show you the books that I already showed in my birthday haul. For my birthday, I got Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Winged Puppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tucholke. I'm sorry. And I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. 3 out of 5 stars. Then I went to a bookstore in Leiden when I was there with my friend. And I got This Is Where the World Ends by Amy Zhang. And I don't really know what this is about, but I like the title, I like the cover. And I read this book, Falling Into Place by Amy Zhang. And I really loved this book. So I figured, and this is what the end matches. They feel the same. It's great. And I read the first page and I really was intrigued by it, so I'm reading that. Sorry if I'm looking out the window, by the way. I'm literally having a book delivered. They said it will be there between 9 and 1 and it's like 10:30 right now. So they might literally deliver a book as I'm filming this. And it's really cold outside, but I'm wearing a dress. And I don't want to open the door like this. Problems. I didn't only go to Leiden this week. I also bought most of these this week. I didn't only go to Leiden. I also went to Amsterdam with a friend of mine, where we went to a Waterstones, which I think is the only Waterstones in the Netherlands. There might be more, but it's the only one I know of. And I bought A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. And I wasn't sure about this book because because A Court of Thorns and Roses took me like half a year to read, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, I think. It was alright, but I didn't love it. I wasn't really pulled into it, and it took me a lot of effort to keep putting up. But so many people have said that this book is a lot better, and I like a lot of like the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas, I really love. So, and this was only like $8. So I decided I could give it a shot. I can't really tell you what this book is about because I would spoil the first book. But the first book was kind of a Beauty and the Beast retelling with fairies. It's about this girl who kills a fairy and then she needs to live with a fairy as like a life for life kind of thing. So it's about that, kinda. I don't know, this is probably going on that, I don't know. The other book I got in Amsterdam was in a second-hand bookstore I think it's like, if you go through the Kalverstraat, it's like if you walk from the station through the Kalverstraat, you're kinda on the edge of the Kalverstraat is this bookstore. I don't know if it's second-hand or if it's like a book outlet, I'm not really sure what it is, but it has cheap English books. It's an English bookstore, which is good. So I bought Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha van Leer. I'm currently reading it. I started reading it on the train back from Amsterdam yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. So far. The concept is that this girl's reading a fairy tale. She's like 15, 16, I think, and she is reading a fairy tale over and over again. And she's kind of obsessed with it because the person really understands her and stuff. But then he starts talking to her from the book, and she, the Prince Oliver, she's trying to get him out, and I don't know really what's going to happen yet because I've only read that much. But I'm excited. I got an Amazon delivery packet. The first book I got in that packet was Summer Days and Summer Nights by a whole bunch of authors, edited by Stephanie Perkins, and it has yellow pages. I love edge pages. It's by a lot of authors and they all write a short story about summer romance related things, which wouldn't usually be my thing, but I'm gonna give it a shot because, again, it's the holidays. It looks very pretty. I was intrigued. I bought it. It wasn't expensive. It has some really, like, there's some authors in there that I've read books of that I really enjoyed, so I'm excited. The second book that came in that package was Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. I've had this on my wishlist for ages, so long that I don't really remember what it's about, but what I remember of it is it's a girl who studies film, and she, for summer, is allowed in her brother's Los Angeles apartment as long as she does something epic with it. So it's about her summer, and she finds love or something. I'm not really sure what happens. The third book in a package, there were 5 books, is Captive Prince by C.S. Packett. The first book in the Captive Prince trilogy. I've heard really mixed things about it. I've heard some people that hate it, but more people that love it. And a lot of people say the first book isn't that good. So I'm thinking I will save this for last in like my books. So I'll read this, and then when I'm back for holiday, I'll buy the second and third book, probably. The last book that was in that glorious Amazon package was The Savage Song by V.E. Shaw, which I've heard a lot about, and I don't really know a lot about. I know it's about like a world that's divided between humans and monsters, and then there's the heirs of the kinds of the cities. So a human and a monster, and the human's kind of monstrous, and the monster wants to be human, something like that, and there's friendship, and no romance in a YA. How many times have you heard the sentence about this book? A YA book without romance, holy shit! Which is true, and it's intriguing, and it's partially why I bought this book, but saying it kind of makes me go like, yeah, okay. That's all the books I currently have, but there's still 2 books that are going to come somewhere this week for me. One is going to be The Foxhole Court by, I always forget her name, Nora Salvak? I don't know. Something with an S. The Foxhole Court. I have read The Foxhole Court 3 times now? 2 or 3, I don't remember. I've read it quite a lot of times, but I had only on ebook, and I don't really like reading on ebook, and I was like, I've already read it 3 times. I'm gonna love this book forever. I want it in a physical copy. And I should have just bought the entire series, because I don't have a credit card, and I bought my parents' credit card for Amazon purposes, and I'm gonna need to do that again if I want to get the rest of the Foxhole Court series, so that's not great. But, you know, or if you don't know, is about this teenage runaway with very dark past, which I won't spoil you about. It's a very big thing, called Neil Johnston, and he's great. And he plays Axie, and he gets scouted for a university Axie team. Axie's like a kind of a lacrosse, but it's played in a different kind of court and different rules. You'll learn about Axie and be obsessed with it if you read the series, because I want to play Axie now. I wish I could play Axie. I'm not a sporty person. I want to play Axie. Not the point at all. And the Foxes, which is what he's scouted for, is like a team of misfits that are like teens with a troubled past, but they have a shit ton of problems. But Neil gets scouted for it, and he goes to play with them, and it's gonna be, and they can unravel his past, and it is a great, it's a great story. I don't know how much I can say without spoiling it, but it's awesome, and I love it. But before you read it, there's a lot of trigger warnings for the book, because I could talk about this book for hours. There's a lot of trigger warnings, so before you think about buying this book, the first book's alright, but the second book is a bit and the third book is like, that has like the most. I don't really get triggered by a lot of things, which is good, but if you do, I argue that before you check the book out, if you want to, check the list of trigger warnings, because there's a lot, and it's really well written, but a lot of trigger warnings, so don't read it if you're triggered by things, like just the things in general. No, check the list, but read it if you can, because I love it a lot. It's my favourite trilogy. I've said that before. And the last book that's coming for me is You Know Me Well by David Levithan and Nina LaCour, which I'm excited for. It's about, I don't really know what it's about, but it's a nice cover. And it was about gay pride. It's like, yeah, I'll buy it. It sounds... David Levithan I've read books of him that I have really loved, so I figured you can't be wrong with that, can you? And that's kind of why I bought it. I've only read his co-written books. I've never read a book by just David Levithan. If you know a book by just David Levithan that you would recommend to me to read, leave it in the comments. Sure, because that has been me for today, and that's the end of this video. Goodbye.